How's everybody doing today? Welcome to the stream. I know we're getting a little bit of a late start here. Y'all, I am not sick, but I'm kind of sick. This is the nerdiest thing. It's not nerdy. What am I talking about? I have bad seasonal allergies right now. For those who don't know, I live in North Carolina and we have just the worst pollen season. Particularly with trees. So we have pine trees, right? I don't know if there's like a specific type of pine that it is, but it releases this thick dust, like neon green dust, of pollen. Literally, you can see it blowing like a dust storm in the wind. It'll coat everything, and yeah, it causes terrible allergies. So you might hear a little bit. I'm gonna do my absolute best, but I've got all sorts of problems breathing right now. Got all sorts of junk in my chest, so try not to cough and such. This might be a shorter stream, but I didn't want to miss the stream, and I got lots of terraforming to do. So Nicholas Crawford, I finally got my schedule worked out to be able to watch your what you say, what I looked away. Worked out to be able to watch your lives at least one a week. Let's go. Well, then I'm glad I chose to stream today so you could make it. I'm excited to see if the new base gets started again after some cocky talkie. Yeah, let's hope that me trying to play today while not being a little under the weather. I have like sinus pressure. Like the entire front of my face just feels swollen, which kind of creates brain fog. So hopefully, you know, the idea is we're just terraforming today, so I don't need to be that sharp. Let me make sure I do have my replay buffer on just in case something happens today. It doesn't look immediately like I've done a lot of work, but I have done some stuff. Spent a couple hours since our last stream. Hey, Anna Persons, welcome to the stream. Just working on cleaning this up. So the more I've looked at this, right, the more I've noticed this really is circular, right? There's kind of a crescent shape going all the way around here. So what I want to do is turn this into a proper crescent moon cliff. I want to relatively smooth all of this out, make this more of a gradual slope, maybe take down some of this just to emphasize the shape over here. Generally just keep cleaning this up, probably replace the edge entirely with stone. So we got a lot of terraforming work to do at the moment, but neti pots don't work for me. I mean, they like clear things out, but I get like swollen congestion. Benadryl will put me to sleep. No, I'm rocking the Dayquil, I'm rocking Flonase, I'm rocking an antihistamine. I got it all going right now. It is what it is. Okay, so where do we want to start? Let's go ahead and just keep clearing out all the dirt on at least the parts that need to be built out a little further. I am thinking we're going to try to make sure this area stays relatively untouched shape-wise, because I do just want to transition this into like my mining place, because I don't want to get rid of this, right? This is technically the starter house, even if it's a token effort for a starter house. So I think it shouldn't be destroyed entirely. Hardcore today? Oh yeah. Yep, this is the third stream of this hardcore world. I did have another one that I started up the other day, but it didn't last very long, as per my last YouTube short, if you want to see the very hilarious way it ended. But technically it's not my first hardcore world. I mean, technically that one wasn't my first hardcore world either. I've started hardcore worlds technically in the past, but I'm already about as far, if not further, than I've been in any hardcore world. Like I tried a little bit of hardcore several years ago, and I died to a creeper in a cave and went, not for me. I'd rather just play normal Minecraft. And I probably still am in more of that camp. I probably just prefer normal survival to hardcore, because you know, to me, losing a world is just I don't know if I find those stakes super compelling. Like, it's obviously good stakes, but do I find it fun is the question. And I'm not sure I do, really. But there is things about hardcore that I do like. Like, I like... While I don't like the possibility of losing my world, I do like the pressure to not die. I like that I can't just be reckless for no reason. And I think there's a certain flavor of creation here that is unique to hardcore that you only get. It's like, what do you want that isn't necessarily meant to be permanent? It's just something you want to do in this world. Like, it feels like it should be done here, and it's what you want in this place that has a limited time span. What is worth investing your time into? Things just have a little more meaning and importance. Probably should pause that while I'm still figuring out what to do. Okay, we're gonna get rid of, or at least cover up, all this diorite. Maybe we'll leave the andesite, probably not. UHC is always a lot. Oh no. Well, but okay, even UHCG, right? Like, yes, that was a hardcore world, and I did that for a while. But it wasn't my world to begin with. Like, I didn't get through the hard part. I started that world in Diamond Armor. I had a chapter in that, but it was not my book, if that makes sense. Viking, welcome to the stream. How you doing today? You can always try sniffing peppermint. I shoved my nose into a bottle of Vapor Rub today, and I couldn't smell it. That's how clogged my nose was. I couldn't smell Vapor Rub, point blank. Which, by the way, you should not do. It's not really wise to do. I mean, it's not going to probably kill you, but don't do it, you know? Let's see. Okay. So part of the challenge is, like, I know what I'm trying to do here. I'm just trying to figure out the right order of operations. I think what I'm going to do, how thick is this wall, is take this back just a couple blocks and then try to even it out. Okay, I got some space to work with. Let's tear a little bit down. Give me one quick second. Got to send somebody a message. All right, sorry about that. Get smelling salts. You know, I've never tried smelling salts. That is actually something I would try just to discover the feeling of, right? Like, you always see those videos of people trying them and they have the strongest reactions. You're like, what is this thing that has that crazy reaction? Okay, you know what? This diorite's bothering me. Let's just go ahead and get rid of the diorite. Do you ever build things you just don't like after you're done? Yes, Blue Haven. I like parts of Blue Haven. in Everwake, but the bird's eye view of it, like looking down from the mountain, I do not like how it looks. I think the walls in the actual city are out of proportion. And it's one of those things that I would like to fix at some point, but I've never quite found the right opportunity because, yeah, I don't know. I don't build a lot of cities, so figuring out the right way to do that in a way that was nice was tough. Viking, you can't complain about me saying that about Blue Haven. I built it. You can't complain about it. You gave me the foundation. Well, in fairness, the part you contributed is probably my favorite part. Like, you set up the foundations, which turned into, you know, like the Blue Bazaar, like being in that bottom floor where all the villagers are. That I like. Like from the inside, I really like how Blue Haven feels, but the outside view, I'm not huge on. Maybe next month you can overhaul it. Maybe. I got another big project I got to do. Yeah, I probably won't spoil that, but that was, guys, you remember the big build as per the beat stream that has to happen? Yeah, that's the plan for next month. It's at least part of it. And it will not be a small build. It's going to be probably the majority of what I do next cycle. Okay, I need to grab some stone. Storykeeper, back at it again. Thank you for the 100 bits. Hugely appreciated. Howdy, howdy. Okay, let me put 8 there. Already nighttime again. Don't burn your airways? What do you mean don't burn my airways? Oh, Peeporp, welcome to the stream. Howdy, how you doing? Have you tried old school boiling water in a tub? So I've been doing the worst version of that, which is just sitting in the shower in the hottest setting with all the doors closed and everything for like 30 minutes at a time, which has helped a bit, but not a ton. Okay. Let's see about the rest of the diorite. Need my stone. That's what I came in here for. Brain fog, as you can tell. Also, the project looks very nice. I too am excited for Josh's reaction. Oh, okay. Nobody, I do not want to see, let me be very clear. I do not want any of you to confirm or deny anything. But I want to give you my best theory as to what Viking's doing this month, because I've seen titles and thumbnails, right? Like I've seen his stream titles and thumbnails pop up. So this is genuinely my best guess. So I saw something about a frame and I saw him building something in the sky. What I am thinking is a pixel art frame to go around the map in the Cave of Cartography. That's my leading guess. Okay, it is about nighttime, so I gotta be wary here, but I'm just trying to figure out the shape of this. It's the hard part, is I know the overall shape I'm going for, but because I have to do things in small sections, it's hard to figure out exactly how it's supposed to go. And it's always the start of these types of things that are the hardest. The more context you create by modifying things, the more easy it is to figure out how other things should be. It's always the start of these types of projects that's the hardest. Really, I'd have stairs for this. It's just more convenient somehow to do that. Okay. I think I do want a mostly... So what I want these walls to be is kind of like this. Flat with just a little bit of curvature right at the bottom. Because that looks pretty natural. Want some of this kind of stuff. I think we will just go straight down from here. Okay, let me up. There we go. Sent the same message on YouTube. Yeah. Thank you all for not spoiling. It would be pretty messed up if you did. It would be an insta ban from the chat, just to be clear. Nobody get funny ideas. Let's see. Oh, see, I gotta be real careful here because I'm very much encroaching on the borders of the doorway here. How are we looking? How's that look? It's not bad, still needs some work, but part of it is, right, I gotta get the slope built up to really understand it. Maybe that's what we'll start working on next, is just starting to build out this side. We gotta fill in this area with terrain and that area with terrain so we get the full uninterrupted crescent. Do you have a preference between where we watch stream between Twitch and YouTube? Probably vaguely Twitch. The thing about it is I need to grow more on Twitch, and Twitch is a better platform overall for streaming, but I have more audience on YouTube, and I also don't understand Twitch as well as I do YouTube. So do with that info what you will. So the problem is I don't watch a lot of Twitch. I don't watch a lot of streams in general. If I'm watching a stream, it's generally I'm popping in for a couple minutes. Which is part of why I've always been so slow to get into streaming, is just simply that it hasn't like been my thing. So it's like uneducated, like I'm just uneducated about it. Okay, we got to go out a bit further on the other side. Oh, I'm out of dirt. Look at our streamer learning. Like, again, Viking, I didn't even know how to slash mod you or slash raid until you told me. Thank you for that, by the way. I'm getting 90% of my Twitch information from you. YouTube, I have 10 hours, or 10 years, God, closer to 15 years of learning on. Twitch, I'm a newborn babe. I'm a fish out of water. Okay, now see, this corner, yeah, we've got to, okay, let's look at the shape of it. So this is kind of wrong, unfortunately, but I think it's okay. We can survive it. This has to come out a bit. So we actually still have quite a ways to build out this way. Maybe something, okay, we'll work with the natural shape of the land a bit. See, this is what I mean. You see how much faster I'm placing right now? It's because as I started building, I'm starting to understand how to get to the shape that I'm trying to better. So now I have the context of the blocks I've placed to figure out how I should place a little bit more. Spoiler alert, probably shouldn't watch that or read that. Lord knows Viking is a great fountain of knowledge for you on Twitch. Dude, your terraforming and iron gear on the hardcore world is scaring me. I don't do any building till I'm at least full diamond. I'm trying to go slow. I'm trying to go very, very slow. Also, I've been trying to make my videos a little differently with this type of content lately. I'm kind of making the video as I go versus recording it and then like cleaning it up in post. Now it's like, okay, I've recorded something. Now I'm gonna figure out how that fits in the video, figure out where I'm at in the video, where I need to go from there, and then I choose my next actions when I'm recording based on that. So like right now I'm like, okay, I've gotten a good bit of start of the hardcore. Now what do we need to do? We need to actually start working towards like the episode's goal, which is get a starter base. So now we're like making some progress towards the starter base, and we're in a time lapse where I will be explaining some stuff about the series. Probably around 2 or 3 minutes into the video, something like that. Okay. It's coming along. It's definitely an improvement. I can't shake the feeling. Okay, it's definitely too thin here. I think this generally needs to be thickened up. Yeah. Do I have enough dirt? Oh, let me grab an extra stack. Still waiting on the Everwake video. It is done. I have finished editing it. It will be out this weekend. Don't get your hopes too high. It's definitely, this is an episode. The main Everwake content for this month will be the beat challenge, which is the next video I'm editing. The one coming out is mostly chores. So working on a storage system, working on a super smelter. There's one little thing that you'll see more of in Viking's video than mine, but it's about a 12-minute video. It will be out this weekend, and we will be hitting hardcore, or we will be hitting Everwake much harder next cycle. You know, life really got in the way last cycle for me, unfortunately, but that is how it goes, especially with a long-term project, is sometimes life just says no. Okay, I'm trying to curve this back down for the slope on this side now. Ooh. Yeah, see, that could have been a little sketch. Yeah, like even from here, as long as I'm careful, I'm not going to die in one hit if I fall there. It's just got to be a little careful for sure. Okay, so this should probably be covered in dirt. We're getting there. Actually, let's go ahead and put in some, well, what do you think, guys? So again, if we're going for the crescent, right? Smaller, like gets thinner and sloped down, like literally think of the shape of a croissant, basically. This is one tip of the croissant. We slope around here. This is going to get built up a bit here and kind of curve into the other corner right through here. Do we think we have the shape right on this side? Does that seem right to you? It seems pretty close to me. Suppose I could put down the stone and just try to kind of massage it into the right place from there. Question about your shaders. Do they make your skin really saturated? Oh, I hadn't really thought about that. Maybe a tad. Hold on. Let me go sleep so we're not in the sunset coloration. Yes, as in it's good. I read your question, Viking, and instantly forgot how I phrased it for a response. But yes, I think you guys are saying it's good. So it's good. Okay. Also, Viking, I was talking about just how hard it is for me to get into my brain that I can sleep on this world. Bit too sharp in that corner. I do. Yeah, that's definitely too sharp. I'm not sure entirely what to do about that just yet. Can definitely add some mass right up here to balance it out from an aerial view. We'll have to see how things look down the line. I think that's one of the things we can address much later. Right now, we just need to work out the main shapes of everything. Okay, I can add some grass on through there. Okay, I think we like the shape. Gotta make sure you nail the starter base, because it's the thumbnail of every good hardcore video has their starter base, so you have to make sure it looks very good for a thumbnail. So that is one of the few things I am choosing to focus on and make sure I do very optimally for this project. But I really do just want this project to be primarily, first and foremost, just me finally, for the most part, just playing Minecraft the way I want to play it. You know, there is like a shtick, but it is a shtick that, like, I just want to do, right? Like, if I was playing this without a camera, I would probably do something along the lines, just have the bucket list of items. Bucket list of things I've never done in Minecraft that I finally should do. Viking, have you ever made a conduit? I'm curious, because I feel like not having made conduits is a fairly common thing. However, the type of people to have done it will definitely have been content creators. So, do you mostly build off the cuff, or do you pre-plan it in a separate creative world? I almost never do that. I almost never pre-plan a build. On occasion, I have, but almost never. And it's only when I like really need to get it right quickly and efficiently. But like almost everything is the closest I did to pre-planning in Everwake. For the clock tower, I did some experimental experiments with build palettes just to see how colors look together. But not at all building like to full scale or anything like that. It was just a test. I did it for the beat challenge. This is true. I will say the beat challenge is more Everwake adjacent. It did happen on Everwake, but it just as easily could have not happened on Everwake, and it would have been just fine. Let's move these berries somewhere. Just over here for now, probably. I don't really need the berries, but they feel like a good, like, keep me fed without eating all my good food. It's good for that until I get a proper food source going. So the idea for the video, right? I'm going to get down basically just the shape of this crescent and the bucket list area, like the area I'm going to keep track of the bucket list for the series. Going to get that down, and then we're going to move on to something else. And then by the end of the episode, we're going to add a couple things to this area just to fully starter baseify it. Build off the cuff all the time. If I build it in a separate creative world, I get frustrated to recreate it in my survival world. So there's mods that a lot of creators use for that. Mostly Lightmatica, which you can literally take basically you can take a copy of the build in your creative world and create a holographic projection of it in the world you're trying to build in. That's what a lot of creators do. It's also very good for a time lapse. Makes things look prettier when you're time lapsing. But part of it for me is honestly like, I just don't have that kind of time to build something twice, you know? Like, that's very inefficient in a lot of ways. Not a bad thing, and there's definitely times for it, but and I do take pride. I'm like, I can do a good job doing this off the cuff, and I have spent enough time building up that skill that it's like, why would I why would I do that when I can do a good job without it? You know? That said, if I had done it with Blue Haven, things would have turned out better. So definitely with like the really big projects, it is wiser to do it. Part of the reason I can say, you know, I never have to plan out builds is I rarely do builds of such scale, right? Like big builds is when you kind of need things like Lightmatica the most, because you really need that distant view to place a lot of blocks and figure out how things will work without having to spend hours and hours fixing small details you got wrong. So it is really valuable, but I don't know. To me, it feels, it's tricky, right? This is my job. I play Minecraft for a living, and so I should be doing like everything the most pro way ever, right? I need to be an expert. I need to do everything perfect. But my job is also to play a video game. And also it is a creative video game where there's kind of not really a right or wrong way to play it. So brain fog moment. There's kind of not a right or wrong way to do it. So sometimes it is good to do things the inefficient way if it's a better story or more relatable. There's got to be a lot of intention in the way you play for videos in general. So it's funny, sometimes not being the best player is actually better. Like take Forge Labs, for instance, if anybody remembers who Forge Labs is, because he was pretty big a few years back. He's notoriously bad at the game, right? At this point, it's intentional. Like he's had years to get better at it. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh man. One sec. Oh, man. Oh. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. Just mostly needed a drink. Got my throat a little bit scratchy and needed to wet it in order to be able to talk without coughing. So we're good now. We can continue. But we do need to sleep. Yeah, today's stream probably won't be super long, but we'll go a bit. Oh, we got pillagers. Where? Oh, hi. I have my shield. Come on. What did he drop? Oh, okay, it was the blue tint on the corners. It looked like diamond for a second. I was very confused. Yes, I am good. Allergies are allergies, you know? I get seasonal allergies every year, so it's a little bit like tough luck. Like, I can always hear one part in UHCG where I remember distinctly trying to talk through a really stuffy nose because of allergies. And every time I've rewatched it, I hear it. I can't say specifically what line it was, but it's right when I'm exploring the final door. Like the final door Moai setup. I can hear it in my voice there. Okay, we can continue building this up. This is a very awkward way of doing this, but this is what happens when you don't have infinite reach. This is what happens when you vote for armadillos instead of crabs. Okay, maybe... See, we're sloping in just a little bit as we go down. With a harsher gradient right at the bottom is the idea. But we might worry about the gradient a little bit later. It's more about, again, just blocking out the basic shapes, then kind of massaging it into the correct shape later. Okay, how are we looking? Thought your audio recording sounded different. Oh, you noticed that? I'd be genuinely curious if how many people noticed that in that UHCG video. Frame first, details last. Oh yeah, exactly. Exactly. Okay, that needs a little bit of smoothing out to match the gradient. But this is coming along nicely. Oh, we look there. Probably one here, one there. This one? Yes, that is looking much better. Okay. There we go. That's looking good. Still got a bit of cleanup to do as far as non-stone materials. Totally complaining for a second. I need to do some chores using my husband's Twitch account and I gotta watch ads. Totally sucks. Ugh. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Does your Twitch account have no ads or something? Wait a minute. You're using your husband's Twitch account, but you're chatting from your own account. I am Confucian. Also, I did fill this in apparently. Okay. We could just use a little dirt to even this out. Okay. So that's good enough for the moment. That's fairly natural looking. Yeah. But again, this can be kind of a multiple layers thing. Like you get the basic shape, then you keep going and you do another round and you keep kind of going until it's right. So I want to fill in all of this basically. I kind of marked it out a little bit. Yeah. Do we have... Okay, I've got enough stone on me. And we are still recording. Beautiful. So, okay, let me figure out where I want to start here on the curve. Probably right about here. Like that. Maybe one more. 2. 1. Doesn't have to be perfect. This is not quite how I wanted to do this. Okay, that's not quite right. How long did it take to cook all the stone to find, or to find a Silk Touch pickaxe? So the funny thing is, right, I have a Silk Touch gold pickaxe that I got from a obsidian, or from a nether portal, a ruined nether portal. But you can't really use it for something like this. So I did end up smelting all of this, right? Because the durability on the pickaxe would be way, way too low for the amount of stone I need. So I didn't even bother. I've just been smelting it. Not too bad because I got to collect quite a bit of cobblestone just from cleaning all this up. Like I took some off over there, been cleaning up a lot of the walls on here. Go back to the last stream if you want to see, but this is actually, it's subtle, but it looks a lot different than it did. So I got 4 chests at home that's just been cooking up while I've been working and such. Like I think I've been cooking up a little bit extra. Even now, there's probably a couple stacks waiting in there. But that said, I do think I'm gonna have to get more. I'm slowly finding the streams of past UHCG members and I'm loving it. You know, I never streamed UHCG, and in retrospect, I kind of wish I had. Because there's I've seen the way Looney and Legs did some streams as well, but Looney has been doing some really good UHCG streams. And makes me realize I definitely could have done that. I think at the time I chose not to, A, because I wasn't really into streaming that much back then, but B, I was being secretive about the things I was doing. Like for a long time I didn't want to spoil the plan to hide the vengeance of generations and such. And by the time I got kind of later in, my like projects that were good for streaming just didn't make sense. Like I really needed to hide the stuff I was doing by that point. Also, I didn't really know how to record and make videos and stream at the same time, right? So if I was streaming at the time, it really meant I was doing something not related to actually making a video. And that was no bueno. It's amazing. I think I've only gotten one video out this year. That is about to change. I've had kind of just a clog in the pipeline. I've got 3 videos all in various states of creation right now. One is done, one is about to hit the editing room, and then the one we're working on now. Oh, hi guys. I just noticed them. It's about to be nighttime anyway. Let's go clear them out and then sleep. Don't have a lot of arrows. I had great reason to be secretive. Well, thank you. Oh. Making phone calls and I need my phone. Oh. So you're chatting off your phone. That makes sense. Yeah, ads are the worst. I recently got my wife on my YouTube Premium account upgraded to a family plan. And it's been life-changing. She's like thanked me like 5 times for doing it because sick. Oh, that's funny. Wandering Trader as well. Okay, let's do it this way. Okay. Bye. Didn't actually kill him. Hey, chill with that. Okay, I think it did kill the other guy, so that's good. I swear there was more than 2. I need to be careful. Okay, he dropped a crossbow. I thought there was 3 at least. Maybe not. Yeah, Wandering Trader, what you got? Ah, sorry. Eye Blossom. Ooh, Nautilus Shell. Okay, I don't have money, is the thing. Or even anything to make money. I could get some water bottles if I really wanted to. I mean, it's probably not worth it. Probably not worth it. Oh, see, look how good the moon looks with the shader. I really am digging these shaders. This might be a keeper for me. YouTube Premium is very nice, but I hate how it seems to get more expensive. You know, you're so right, because the first time ever that I've genuinely considered canceling it, because I've had YouTube Premium since it was YouTube Red, which is basically when it came out. And the entire time I've been like, YouTube is my main platform. This is what I spend all my time on. If I'm going to spend this kind of money on any platform, probably having ad-free YouTube, I'm down for. But $26 a month now, just for no ads and YouTube Music, which I do use YouTube Music. I don't use Spotify. It's the first time where I went, is this really worth it? Does the moon go through phases? It does, yes. The moon does have phases in Minecraft. In fact, the amount of slimes that spawn in a swamp is affected by the phase of the moon. It's one of the only things that the moon phase affects. Ah, I knew there was a third one. I knew it. Speaking of UHCG, there's the music. What? Explain. Explain. How did he hit me? Hello. Would you, more than likely not LCW. If you want to hit me up with more details, hit up my Discord. Yeah, I mean, I can't give you a 100% answer without knowing a little bit more about it, but I'm gonna give you a word of advice. Just kind of dropping into people's Twitch stream, the Twitch chat without any context. You're probably not gonna get a lot of people interested like that, just because I could join any SMP, right? Like, not like I could join any YouTuber SMP. What I'm saying is, like, there's options out there. I could go join a multiplayer server anytime. Why would I want to join the random server I'm hearing about in my Twitch chat? Not to say that it's bad. I'm just saying, like, might want to think about your strategy a little bit more there. because I think you're going to probably get a lot of people just going probably not when they hear an invitation that way. Pillager is pretending it's not there. I don't use YouTube, LOL. I use Amazon Prime, which has Amazon Music. Oh, you know, I could see that. I have an Amazon Prime account. I've never tried Amazon Music. I don't really know how it is. Ooh. Y'all ever notice in any of my time lapses where a bunch of blocks will suddenly appear? Yeah, it's because I forgot to hit play like that. I forgot to hit this button when I resume working, because I try not to let there be long pauses, but then I have to remember to start it back up, and then you get problems. Yep, and we need more stone. And we pause again. Even then, without YouTube Music, YouTube is still $21 per month. I didn't even know they had an option. Dark Horse, hey, thank you. I didn't even know they had an option to get it without YouTube Music. I thought they were just always bundled together. Is that not the case? I always thought YouTube Red was a better name than YouTube Premium. I get that they were probably going for the most like easy to understand, but YouTube Red had a nice ring to it. This is the dumbest way of avoiding to place a couple blocks. There we go. Be a little bit like that. So I'm doing it this way because I'm about to go back a block, which means this will be kind of a ridge. So I'm just trying to make sure it kind of blends into the shape correctly, and I think it's roughly right. Don't have YouTube Music, but maybe I need to check again. I might be wrong, Megan. I haven't touched my membership in a decade, really, so. Okay. Oops. See, look how good that's starting to look. Just got to get this built up. Yeah, just keep building up pretty much. Yeah, we're gonna continue at this height for a bit, because if anything it needs to be concave, so come out a little bit, which means we're definitely good to just kind of go straight up from here. Don't forget to record. I'm not recording like my screen right now. Oh, thank you, Sandra, you're the best. Highly appreciated. You just saved me a bunch of trouble there. And we need more stone. Hey, guess who's pausing again? OMG, I totally forgot. I bought an add-on for my Minecraft Switch world. And since Switch sucks, it bloody corrupted my file. I had to delete the world and uninstall and reinstall on my Minecraft Switch. It was so annoying. Oh my god. That's rough. And see, that's kind of the problem with the marketplaces. In theory, I actually quite like the marketplace. A convenient, moderated way for people to put out custom content for Minecraft and earn some money on it. That's a good thing. The problem is the execution is garbage, and there's a ton of junk on there, and problems like that where they just release something that just breaks your game and you paid money for it. Hopefully you at least got a refund, but I don't know what their refund policy is like. I'm gonna sneeze, I think. Ooh, we'll see. Okay, yeah, we're running low on cobblestone. Oh, but we still got a little bit of stone. I don't know if it's enough for the entire project, but it's enough to keep going for now. Do I take projectile protection too? Probably not. Projectile protection's not a good enchantment. It's not bad in certain contexts, but if the only thing you're dealing with is skeletons and pillagers, then it's good. Otherwise, zombies, like creepers, everything else will be able to hurt you. I believe, and I might be wrong on this, but I believe, so protection protects you from everything. It's just a baseline damage reduction. And then projectile protection, blast protection, those all actually do better protection than the protection enchantment does, but at the cost of it being specific to specific enchantments, you know, or to specific damage types. Yes. Okay, hold on. Okay, so we got to kind of match this slope a little bit. Okay, it's probably right. Or have I done? I might have done this a little bit wrong, actually. We'll see. I need to expand this out a little bit before verifying this shape is right. Got very quiet there while I was just trying to make sure I'm doing this right. What are you going to put in that big open space you're covering? I don't know if I'll end up putting anything here, actually. This is starter base material, right? So this is terraforming. I'm just shaping the land the way I want it. I didn't start recording, did I? I'm totally not recording. Ah! Crap. See, that'll be one of those jumps, like this entire side is gonna jump from here all the way up. I'm not positive I will do a mega base in this. I mean, for one, I could die, but also there will be some, like, the amount of focus this project gets depends a lot on how the videos do long term. Like, I will be the intention behind this hardcore world is for it to be kind of a project I go to and from. like when there's downtime and I'm just itching to play some Minecraft, that kind of thing. I don't want this to be like my main thing, because it's really, the hardcore space on Minecraft is so competitive. Like, holy cow, it is so hard to break out in the hardcore space. So you don't really do a project like this to grow an audience. You do it to make an audience stronger, right? Like the people watching right now, you probably didn't find me through this, but maybe I'm a little more on your mind because you're watching me right now, right? You'll be like, oh, that stream I watched yesterday. That's right. Code Neon rocks. I like watching his stuff. That's the superpower of streaming, of being regularly in a hardcore world, that kind of thing. And that's kind of what I need. That's I've had such a volatile way of doing YouTube for a while, which is really just chasing the views, and I'm not bad at it. I can give me a few videos, I guarantee you I'll break 100K easily. If it's like the singular goal for me to just get a lot of views, I can do that in a couple of videos. Can't guarantee it for every video, but I can get lots of views if I'm really trying. Thank you for reminding me to record. The problem is that partially because I don't upload very fast, and partially because I upload kind of a lot of different types of content, my audience cools off. They forget about me. People have the memory of a goldfish. So by the time, so my audience drops back off and shrinks, and it fluctuates in scale a lot. Like right now I'm at quite a low with an audience, and I can get it back without a ton of effort. Like, give me a couple months and we can have quite a few people hanging around the channel, but getting them to stick around is what I need. I need stability on my channel right now, and that's the part I'm having to figure out and learn, which is not easy. Okay, I think we need cobblestone. Found you through TikTok, but definitely stayed for the chill vibes. Okay, but Everwake is also that kind of content, and that's another problem, is I've been way too locked in. I've overcorrected a little bit in the last year of trying to figure out how to do community building content, because I recognize like I'm gonna be stuck at a certain level of success on YouTube unless I figured out how to do both at the same time, like bring in new people and keep them. So I haven't been doing a lot of content that like goes and reaches out to a new audience. What I've been trying to do really hard is try to get the best of both worlds from Everwake, and to be honest, hasn't gone well. I've tried to pull a bunch of views on Everwake while also feeding the existing audience. And what I've realized is YouTube, I don't know if it is an Everwake specific problem, but YouTube just don't work like that. YouTube has kind of in a lot of ways decided who the audience is for Everwake, and it doesn't really want to show it to new people. I think that's part of it, at least. I think it automatically decides, like it recognizes Everwake as a series, because trust me, the algorithm is complicated enough to do stuff like that. And it will recognize that only a certain audience, like, oh yeah, these are the people that watch those episodes every month. And then it tries it with new people and they're not interested. Also, not to blame it all on YouTube. I'm sure I'm making mistakes that my titles and thumbnails just ultimately haven't been all that appealing. But I do think it is a mixed bag. I love Everwake, but I worry that YouTube doesn't like how upload frequency works. That I do think is part of it. We did a few things right at the start that I think worked better. We went in with a stronger plan. We did 2 episodes a month each. We started out, we didn't upload our first episodes until we had both had our first cycle. So there was like day 1, there was 2 episodes to watch, and within a week there was another episode. So 3 episodes within 2 weeks. And I mean, if you go back and look, those videos did great. So actually, when I release this video, like this hardcore episode, more than likely, I'm not going to actually release the video on this until episode 2 is almost done. Maybe even episode 3. Because kind of the faster you can upload them, the better off it'll do, or the better it will be. Okay. This cave was kind of sketchy last time I was here, and it's even sketchier now. So I should be careful and locked in. Not gonna lie, I think we got lucky with the TikTok shooting. Oh, that's true. That's very true. TikTok made Everwake perform a heck of a lot better than it ever would have on YouTube. You're absolutely right there. But I do look at like on my channel, my second episode of Everwake outperformed my first one, and my second episode did worse on TikTok than it did on YouTube. Excuse me. So this is awkward. So I think there was a lot of things we did right at the start, that things, and again, it's not to say we're doing bad. Like, Everwake's doing fine. It's just, it's very much found itself in a spot as, okay, this is going to be a place, this is going to be like the home content for my channel. This is like where people, once they've learned about me, where they'll come to like really stick it through and hang out and become a follower of my channel. But it's not going to be the content growing my audience, and that's okay. It just means I've got more hats to wear, because I also don't want Everwake to end, right? I think it's a really good project. So little bit of a swim or die kind of thing. Okay, I got to figure out where I want to get cobblestone. I'm just kind of putzing around here talking. Came over here for cobblestone, but realizing that this cave is like kind of nice and I don't necessarily want to destroy it since it's right next to my house. Oh, I got to find a sacrificial lamb to be my cobblestone quarry. Reminder, don't forget to record. Thank you. I am not doing a thing right now that I should be recording. I should just be getting some cobblestone. Could dig out that wall right there. Lord, I'm trying not to cough into my mic. Got a little bit of a runny nose. I'm trying not to sniffle too much. Juggling all the hats right now. Dealing with the allergies. I feel like there's a bit of a resurgence seeing Everwake over on TikTok. You've been posting a lot on TikTok, Viking, with Everwake? Because all I've really been, for the most part, everything I've been posting short form is just stream announcements. I probably need to commit to doing some more short form content. My TikTok, or my short about my hardcore death did okay. Not bad. Couple thousand views. It was I want to say it hit around 15 or 20,000. Not a ton, but not insignificant. It's how you did your old hardcore content. It updates on what I'm doing. Ah. Viking does Everwake lives on TikTok. Oh, I didn't realize you were doing lives. I knew you were doing lives over there. I didn't realize you were doing Everwake. That makes sense. Yeah, it is true that Everwake has its peak performance was on TikTok. Okay, how are we doing? I'd like at least one more stack. Lord have mercy, the allergies are getting me. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you have to listen to this. I would probably end stream before too much longer because it seems the allergies are getting irritated. Everwake is my stream series for TikTok right now. Oh, so it's like the only thing you're streaming over there. When I give it back to you, you'll be starting a new single player world. I'm assuming not hardcore, right? You seem like you're pretty done with hardcore, which is totally fair because your hardcore world was pretty old, wasn't it? Viking, I see that GIF or that PDF you sent me. Thank you. I think I saw you post that the other day. I need to, I didn't take all that deep of a look. Not hardcore. I have a really stupid idea for it. I'll share it with you off stream. Is it going to be the blue world? Viking, hear me out. SBK season 3. What if you just built an entirely blue island? You get warped stem. That's your wood type. Okay, how are we looking? 3 stacks. That's good enough. Oh, it's nighttime. Great, there's gonna be mobs. Oh, Megan, it's ruining your YouTube playlist. Oh, that's rough. Yeah. There's no perfect system for that kind of thing, unfortunately. Hey, which way is home? That's home, right? Yeah. I really like when you go into a world with the intention for it to be long term, right? Like if this was not going to be a long-term thing, I wouldn't have been worried about this cave. This is just a random cave. But because I plan to be here for a long time, it's like things that I like, I want to keep because who knows what I'm going to do with them in the future. And it's that kind of long-term thinking that I really enjoy in this game. Yeah, unfortunately, uploading a TikTok VOD to YouTube is not easy. Now, question, you've been multi-streaming. I believe that means you've got to be doing both a landscape and portrait. Any chance you could record a VOD? Second channel, maybe? You could just record a VOD and have it for second channel? What's the seed? The seed is resilience for this. It's okay. It's an alright seed. It's not the best seed. You want a good seed, use the seed we were using last time. It was absolutely goated. Brave was that seed. It was a very, very nice seed. Multi-streaming Twitch and YouTube. TikTok gets its own stream separate. Gotcha. Been looking for seeds and no luck. I'm so picky. Thank you. Yeah. Brave is unique. It's not like it's got some unique landscapes, right? Close to spawn, there's like pale oak, forest. Not a lot of villages. Big plains biome with some cool stuff. Just generally a cool biome. I need to throw these on the smelter. I put away cobblestone like an idiot. No, I didn't. Though, there is one more stack. You kind of always need stone, so I don't really worry about over smelting stone. TikTok does better than I give it when I give it its full focus. When I'm splitting it up, it dies badly. I could see that because short form, you have to be so highly, like you have to be working real hard to catch people's attention with short form. This is starting to come together. Like, look at this. That's giving this. I want to round this off a little bit. It's a little bit squared off on these corners. What do I want to do? Is that part of the area I built up? Because it's kind of wrong, actually. It's a little bit too square there. Yeah, I think I did build this up just a little bit wrong. Let's see. Okay, and then I want to get rid of this copper. Oh, I still don't have stone on me. Nice. A little trouble there. Looking cleaner. Yeah. Where's those berries? There's the berries. And you aren't recording. It is true. I am not recording at the moment. My whole homestead is still there, and that's where I go for all my resources. Oh, I've never just picked a seed. I take whatever generates for me, and I work it. That's kind of what I do. Sometimes I just choose a word just for funsies, but I almost never seed scout. So I do sometimes, just not often. I did not seed scout this at all, or the last one. Okay, what was I grabbing? I have already forgotten what I was doing. Ooh, the brain fog. Definitely gonna have to stop soon. Stone. I needed the stone. Hoping you a quick recovery from the allergies. Thank you. They've been kind of bad for a couple weeks, but yeah, these last like 3 days have been kicking me. These are genuinely some of the worst seasonal allergies I've had probably 10 years. Good grief. Oh yeah, I needed to fill in that hole. Is 35 a good price for protection 3? It's a little bit on the expensive side, I think. It's not too bad. But honestly, deal hunting can be a bit painful with villagers. The best thing you can do is just find the enchantment you want and then cure them from zombieism, which will give you a discount on the price. Maybe we take just a hair off more here. Not in love with those 2 blocks. Better. That's another problem, is that these bits of grass don't match with the rest of it. Sir, please go. Okay. Is this the game we're playing? I'm sorry. It's must be done. Is he still here, the villager? I heard him make a noise. What? He's still alive? Oh. Yeah, this is rough. Record. Oh my God, you're right. I wasn't recording. Dear, I keep forgetting when it matters. Thank you. Not sure. This might end up getting changed around a little bit. Kind of, a lot of times I'll do small little things like what I'm doing here, just smoothing out this corner, and then back up and see if I like it. But realistically, I'm probably going to trim all this down because I didn't build this up quite how I thought I was going to. Yeah, I need to fill in that gap back there. Time will tell if I get around to a background. Catco Comics, welcome. I am dying of allergies and the stream is probably going to end fairly soon here, but we're just doing some terraforming at the moment, getting this place ready for starter base material. It's starting to really come along, kind of going for a crescent moon shape. In fact, I might actually need to go back and build this up a little bit taller and have this whole section be a little bit higher up. We'll see. And actually, if that's the case, then it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to build this up yet, if I might end up tearing it down. Yeah, okay, we'll leave that for now. I think it makes more sense to start evening out other parts. And guys, I think let's just go ahead and probably call it there. We should be back on Thursday. Yeah, hopefully far less allergenic and able to lock in for a good couple hour stream. But hour and a half today, not too shabby. So thank you all for being here. I'm excited to get this based on. This really is like one of my favorite projects right now. Just those new world vibes, can't beat it. It's great. So I think we will leave it there. And oh, I left the world and now I need to save the name of that. Terraforming 2. But I will see y'all soon. Thank you for being here. See you Thursday, 12 p.m. EST. And yeah, well, aiming, you know, I aim for at least 2 hours today, hour and a half, because you sneezing and coughing and sniffing into the mic. Let's try not to do that. But yeah. Anyways, I'm rambling.